Jamaica National Agency for Accreditation is encouraging medical facilities to apply to JANAC pre-accreditation approval program and get their organizations formalized for COVID-19 testing. That's a mouthful. Well, the Chief Executive Officer, Sharon May Shirley, joins us now and will tell us what that is all about. Good morning, ma'am. Welcome to Smile Jamaica. Hope all is well with you and your family.
Good morning. I am well, Neville, and I'm giving thanks. Good morning, Jamaica. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, man, that's our pleasure. Tell me about your company. Well, maybe it's not yours, but the company that you represent, Jamaica.
It's a government agency.
Yeah.
I'll tell you a little bit about JANA, the
Yeah.
Jamaica National Agency for Accreditation.
All right, tell me
It's
about
an
that.
agency of the Ministry of Industry, Investment and Commerce.
Mm-hmm.
We are the national accreditation body of Jamaica, and we serve the wider Caribbean as well. We have customers in 7 other Caribbean territories. We provide internationally recognized accreditation services that facilitate trade, it safeguards health or consumer well-being, and it ensures that the results of our conformity assessment, whether it's from our laboratories or inspection bodies and certification bodies, that they are reliable, that they are accurate and consistent. We also provide technical training to all our stakeholders.
Yeah.
So we serve a wide cross-section of entities, medical laboratories, testing that is like our environmental and food testing and calibration laboratories, inspection bodies would be like your inspectorates that does motor vehicle inspections, etc., certification bodies. And then, of course, we're talking this morning about the JANA pre-accreditation approval program, and that is a preliminary program that assists in safeguarding the accuracy and the technical competence of the program, the results that are generated, but it is not the full accreditation program that includes all the requirements of the international sector.
All right, very well explained. All right, so we're talking about the labs who are testing for COVID-19 this morning, right?
Yes.
All right.
Labs and point of care testing facilities.
Point of care, so it doesn't necessarily have to be a lab.
That's correct.
All right. So the fact that we are talking about this would suggest that some people are testing who or what are not accredited, right?
That is correct.
How you know they're not accredited? And how I would know, by the way, if I go to, how would I know they're not accredited?
Okay, so all our accredited facilities or accredited labs would have the JANAC accreditation certificate that they are proud of displayed in their entities. And I know for our accredited entities, even their subsidiary, even the outlet points that they have, the collection points, they do have the certificate displayed. But for our pre-accreditation approval clients, they will also have a certificate, not an accreditation certificate, because as you know, this is a preliminary approved program, but they will also have a PAP approved certificate that they can display in their entities. As well, the information can be obtained from the JANAC website, www.janaac.gov.jm, where we have those entities that are accredited to provide the tests that support COVID-19. They will be listed on our website in the accredited labs tab, and those that are PAAP approved will be in the tab that says PAAP.
Okay. It is alleged that some approved facilities are subletting tests. Double-barrel question. I know what the word subletting mean, but what does that mean really here? And why would an approved lab sublet a COVID test?
So firstly, I should say that subcontracting is something that the international standards allow under special circumstances. So you will have an accredited lab or an approved entity that may not, for whatever reason, be able to provide the service that they have been approved for. If they are going to subcontract or sublet, let's use that word that is being used, then they would have to subcontract to an entity that is also approved. They cannot subcontract to an entity that is not approved. And I think this is where we have the challenge, where it is alleged. I don't have objective evidence to prove this, but it has been brought to my attention that there are some entities that were approved under the earlier Ministry of Health and Wellness program that are subletting. Now, I don't know if this is factual, but if it is so, it would not be correct.
Okay. Do you know how many accredited facilities are out there for COVID-19 tests?
So let's use the word approved because accreditation means that they would satisfy all the requirements of the standard for a specific code.
Yeah, man.
We have a number of labs that are accredited, but not necessarily accredited for the scope of COVID-19 testing. But we do have a number of entities that have been approved by the Ministry of Health and Wellness. We have 12 in that earlier program, and through the JANAC pre-accreditation approval program, that is a more robust program that looks at not just the facility, but it looks at the competence of the persons who are conducting the test. We have right now 5 entities that are currently approved in that program. I hasten to add that there are 12 other entities who have completed their assessment and who are very near to closing all the gaps that have been found in their systems. Because once we do an assessment level, we identify the issues in the entities, facilities, whether it is with respect to the competence of their team members, or whether or not they have all the safeguards to protect your health or their client's health. We identify specific gaps that they must close before we grant them approval.
Okay.
So we have another 12 who are very close to being approved.
Final question, and I kind of need a quick answer, because I might go to a lab that's not accredited and they'll tell me that they're accredited. So if I want to find out before I go, do I call, not necessarily you personally, but do I call your entity and you will tell me exactly who's approved and who's not?
Yes, you can call JANAC. You can call our numbers and 968-7790, 968-7799. But importantly, you can visit our website at www.janaac.gov.jm. And of course, the Ministry of Health and Wellness also has on their website those entities that are approved, including the entities that have been approved by JANAC.
Okay, I did say final question. Well, because I might get myself in problems. But I was going to ask, what happens to a lab if you find out that they're doing the test, but they're not approved?
And it's a good question. If it is an entity that is approved by JANAC, every entity that's approved has to sign a license agreement. And this agreement, they must hold to because they're legally bound to conform to the requirements of this license agreement. And if they infringe or they breach any one of these license agreements, then they can be held accountable by law.
All right. Thanks a lot. Stay safe, please. God bless you.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah,
God bless.
Our pleasure. Sharon May Shirley, Chief Executive Officer of the Jamaica National Agency
for
Accreditation. By the way, the winner of the Berger giveaway hails from the parish of St. Anne. Her name, Cheryl Tennant. So congrats, Cheryl, and good luck. How do you make a volcano? Well, Dale will show us when we come back.